Yeah, baby. Bam.
Hey guys, it's Missy Lynn. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. And to my OGs, you know I rock with you. So as you can tell by the title, today's content is a full get ready with me video. I'm gonna be showing you guys how I do my makeup, style my hair, as well as show you guys my entire outfit. I feel like I haven't done one of these in a very long time, so I'm really excited to get glammed on camera. And I wanna give a huge thank you to today's sponsor, ShoeDazzle. I am a ShoeDazzle ambassador. I don't know if you guys are familiar with ShoeDazzle, but it is a subscription-based site. But the membership is super flexible. You can opt out at any time before the 6th of the month and you will not be charged. So these shoes here are my July favorites, and you already know that the woven trend is on fire this summer. So I'm going to show you guys how I style my lilac woven pair of heels that you can get for 10 bucks. So definitely check out ShoeDazzle because they are slaying this summer. They have some heat. So without further ado, let's hop into today's glam. Oh, I'm trying to be cute. Moisturize the lips. Biosense Squalene Rose Vegan Lip Balm, meant to nourish and visibly plump the lips. So, all right, so first I'm gonna go into the brows. I'm just going to sculpt my actual shape using the I Envy by Kiss. This is, I think, dark chocolate or chocolate brown. It is their brow pomade. So now I'm just using that angled brush to sculpt out the brow. Pulling your skin nice and taut right above the brow at the highest point definitely assists with giving you a nice raised arch, a nice curvature. Just use that to kind of map out the shape of the brow. And then I'm just going to use the remaining product and just kind of shape it out above the brow. Just a little. And as you see, I'm not going all the way into the brow. I'm just starting about maybe 2/3 of the way. And then just kind of carving it out to connect. As such. I think I want to go in with this angled eyebrow pencil by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm just going to lightly fill it in, small hair-like strokes. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of comb that line that I used to carve out, because you want it to look very like natural. And I'm doing the same thing at the beginning of the brow, and I'm just kind of drawing it in the same direction that the hair grows. Alright, so next I'm going to go into my P. Louise base. This is in the shade Rumor 0.5. And then I'm going to take this flat brush by P. Louise. And this is what I'm going to use to carve out my brow, as well as use this as my eyeshadow base. Cause it's time to get cute now. Boop, 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 boop. So next I'm just going to prime my face, and I'm using the Becca Evermatte Poreless Primer. And being that I just literally washed my face, added my serum, my moisturizer, my oil, toner, all that good stuff. We're gonna kind of switch it up a little bit today. We're going to do, instead of like layering the product on, like doing the foundation and then layering the concealer on top, we're gonna try it a little bit different. I did see Taylor May Jane do this, and I actually want to try it. Her tutorials are bomb, guys. You definitely have to go check her out. I'm gonna start with the concealer first, and so I'm gonna use the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and I'm gonna be using Tan Sand and Tan Neutral. I'm gonna do a little bit on the forehead So I'm gonna go in with my matte poreless primer. This is in 330 Toffee Caramel by Maybelline. Then actually, you know what? I may be doing it wrong, but let's go ahead and add the contour real quick. Let's go with the Beautiful Bronze. This is by LA Girl Pro Conceal. And we're just going to add that like right up in here. Right here. Oh, I added too much. Right up in here. That should be good. Okay. Should be, but we gonna see. See this, I feel like these concealers, they dry really fast. Ah, shit, already fucking up. Let's wipe that off. Where is it? Where is it? Don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me. Okay, so we got, okay, I gotta redo this. I'm gonna do that. Cause them shit's drying quick, yo. What the hell? So I'm gonna spray this Luminous Dewy Skin Mist by Tatcha. I'm just gonna spritz that real quick. Let's start blending. Oh my god, yo, this concealer. Ooh, this concealer dries quick. Jesus. Why me? Oh my god, dog. What in the world?
Bruh.
No. We gotta start over, dog. We gotta start over. Alright, so we're gonna start off with the Maybelline Matte Plus Poreless Foundation in the shade 330 Toffee Caramel. And we're just going to apply this to the lower half of the face. So I'm just gonna lightly camouflage some of my imperfections, really lightly. And I use literally a little bit. So then now I'm gonna go in with the, I don't even know if I wanna use this one. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the medium warm e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. And this one is really light. And it's very yellow. It has like a yellowy undertone. I'm gonna go over that with the Tan Neutral. Just a little bit. Just gonna take this sponge and then blend it out. These concealers dry extremely fast, but they last. I normally like to use like a brush to kind of disperse the product throughout the area, but I do like using a sponge because the sponge really like shears it all out, you know? I'm gonna drag that lightly here and here. And I'm just mixing the two. A little bit there, a little bit here, and then there. Now I know on camera I probably looked like washed out, but I promise you, it's gonna come together. It's already looking nice and airbrush. Alright, 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 alright. So now we're gonna go in with the Beautiful Bronze Concealer by LA Girl Pro Concealer. Kind of map out the area that I want to contour. Go ahead and do this real quick. Right here. And then I'm going to take this Pro Foundation brush and then I'm just going to blend upward. And then for like the forehead area, I'm blending upward and then downward. Upward. Downward. Upward. upward. Alright, so then now I'm going to take this bronzer, this matte bronzer by NARS. This is called Samoa Matte. Place that on the cheek. And I'm just going to lightly buff that. And then circular motions. Do that, go Missy, do that, go Missy. I feel like now is a good time to start on the eyes. So I'm gonna set my under eye with this Patrick Star setting powder. This is Patrick's powder. Alright, so we set, and then now I'm taking some of this yellow flower powder by Beauty Bakery, and I'm just going to kind of sweep off that powder. I don't like to bake for long, you know, when I do, I just do. So kind of sweep that away so it's nice and carved out. Alright, so now I've placed some of that yellow flower powder because I'm going to move on to the eyes. Alright, so going into the Profusion Starlit palette that I got from Walmart, I'm going to take, what color do I want to play with today? Do I even want to use this palette? Yeah, we can. So we're going to take Honeymoon, and we're just kind of buffing that into the crease. Wing that out a bit. Next, I'm going to take the shade Lovely, which is a really light pink. And I'm going to use this to kind of buff out and blend out the harsh lines. And I'm just using circular motions. We're gonna go right back in. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the crease using some of this Rumor 0.5 paint. I like to look up, see where it's going to lay, and then go from there. I don't really mind if the paint mixes in with the eyeshadow shade, because in this instance I do want to have, you know, a base that's a light pink, just for whenever I do lay my next shade on top.
Going back into the eyeshadow palette, I'm dipping my brush in the shades Ballad and Antique, and I'm just mixing the two together, and I'm layering that on the outer V of the eyeshadow look just to add and to give some depth and definition to the eyeshadow. I'm even going to pop in a little black just to kind of deepen it a little bit.
And then next I'm going to go in with, this is This is Ooh La La. And I'm just going to add that like right in the, well, I thought I was gonna add it right in the center, but I think they had other plans. All right, so I'm gonna take some of this volume heavy metal, and I'm just going to add that like right here in the center, right? And then I'm gonna go in with that Ooh La La and just kind of like layer that, just using my finger to kind of add those sparkles.
So now I'm just using my powder brush to sweep away the excess powder that I'm using to basically set and bake underneath the eye. And I do this with my powder brush because, as you can see, the powder was a little white, and my powder has some color to it, so if I sweep it away with my powder brush, then the color kind of transfers. And then I'm just using my Peter Thomas Roth Hydration Mist Toner to basically refresh and soften the makeup to kind of get rid of that cakey feel. And then I'm going in with my Amrezy Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter powder, and I'm just adding that to the highest point of my eyebrows, and I'm blending that down into the pink eyeshadow. And then I'm going back in with the light pink eyeshadow that I used as a transition shade, and I'm just going to kind of buff those two colors together. And now I'm just adding my liquid liner from MAC, and I'm just going to do a very thin layer, a thin line, a thin wing liner to be exact. And then I'm going to go in with my mascara, and then I'm doing my lashes off camera because it's a lot easier for me to just tackle that off camera and come back. Taking the same eyeshadow colors that I used for the top half of my eye, I'm going to use those colors on the bottom lash line. So I'm taking Honeymoon, Ballad, Antique, and I'm just going to layer those colors on top of each other and run them along the bottom half, well, the bottom lash line. And then I'm going to go in with a little black and a little Antique, and I'm just going to pop that into the outer V for some depth. And then taking some of that heavy metal glitter in Volume by Urban Decay, I'm just going to add that to the inner corner of my eyes on the bottom lash line. Now, to add some warmth to my overall complexion, I'm just taking my Deep Dark Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC, and I'm going to bronze it up a bit. I'm going to go over all of the places that I did kind of contour, and I'm just going to run that along my lower jawline and down into my neck, like I said, just to add some warmth. And then I'm going to go into my Bellini Blush Palette by BH Cosmetics and pop that pink shade right on the apples of my cheeks, dragging it up into the bronze. So I'm about to throw on my Wet and Wavy unit from Genius Wigs, which is a U-part unit, and I absolutely love because it's been a game changer, a time saver, all of that wrapped in one. So the night before, I took my straightened wig. I was rocking it straight, and I wanted to put it back into its natural state, which is wavy. So I'm just washing it here with some shampoo and conditioner and finger combing it. Also using my flathead brush is what I call it. I don't even know the proper name for this brush, but I'm just combing through the hair. There's minimal shedding. It reverts back to its natural state. You can rock it in its wavy state. You can do a twist out, or if your natural hair mimics it or looks similar, then you will have no problem rocking it in its natural state. But for me, I either have to do a twist out or I have to rock it straight. But the waves are beautiful. So I let that air dry, and then the next day, as you see, I'm just putting my hair in a ponytail, and then I'm throwing on a wig cap. I did leave out in the front, and then I'm just going to pop that wig on, secure the bottom comb, and then snap the 3 combs at the top in its place, and then it's going to be time for me to style it. So at first I was going to leave it in its natural state and just kind of do a twist out with my natural hair. But then I realized, you know what, the look I'm going for requires straightened hair. So I'm just taking my blow dryer and I'm passing it through the hair just to make sure that the hair isn't completely damp, because I did let it air dry the night before. So I'm going through and I'm just blow drying each section, and then I'm passing the straightener through the hair. Now, the thing that I like about this hair is the fact that it looks so much like my natural hair.